It's CFP time. Guess what, guys? Welcome to the Fourth and Long podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Dent. I got the CEO and the GM with me today, man. But before we go too far into this broadcast, hit that like button and subscribe, guys. They help us bring you content for free, and we appreciate it. Hey, guys, look.
Hey, what's up? What's
Hey,
up, Marcus?
hey, it's
Russ?
it's CFP
Hey,
time, baby.
It is, man.
Yeah,
best
man.
time of
This
the
is what
year.
it's all about.
Hey,
This is why they play those games,
look,
right?
hey, me and Russ, we've been arguing all day. We've been arguing all day
Hey,
about this. And you know I'm an SEC guy, so I'm gonna be a little partial.
yep,
Yep.
I'm gonna be a little partial.
I'm a
yep.
Big Ten
He a
guy.
Big
I'm a
Ten
Big
guy.
Ten guy.
He a Big Ten
And
guy.
I'm neutral.
And you
And I'm
neutral.
I want the best teams
You
out
want the
there.
best.
It has to be fair, guys. You
Yep.
just can't go with all the teams that you're affiliated with.
Hey, man.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is it started up north. It's gonna finish up north.
Oh man. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Man, look.
I got a word for that
Hey,
coming.
look.
I got a word on that.
So look, I'm gonna give y'all my list, and my list is my list, regardless how people think of
Okay.
it's my list. I got.
So can we comment on
Oh
your list
yeah,
as you go?
yeah. That's what I went.
Okay.
Yeah. I got.
Okay,
and
go
I'm gonna give
ahead.
you. I got
Shoot it.
Texas A&M 1, and let me give you the reason why I got Texas A&M 1. If you look at the body of work, they beat a Notre Dame team that everybody loves. They undefeated, guys. Number one, they undefeated, and they undefeated in the SEC. That has a tougher
Says a lot.
that has a
Yep.
tougher
I
strength of
respect
schedule
that. Yeah.
than most of the top teams in the Big Ten. So that's why I got him ranked
Right.
number one.
Yeah.
I look at Russ,
Yeah.
man. He
I'm a
already
little
didn't start. He
partial.
already started, bro.
And I'm with Russ. I'm with Russ on that with Ohio State. Um, Ohio State's got all that talent. And that they vote on that too. Your talent level, the player,
True.
the teams you play against. I mean, they have a shutdown defense.
But they
They have 2 first-round draft pick
I
receivers,
get
a
it.
quarterback's playing lights out,
Mhm.
and nobody can score on those guys.
But they got the 33rd ranked strength of schedule in the whole country.
That's
Hey,
not their fault, though.
not
You got to
their
give
fault.
them a break
You
on
got
that.
it. You only play
Everything
what's
they
on the
do.
schedule.
And not only that, they do it every year. They basically have that same schedule every year.
Track
And then when they
record.
come to the playoffs, they wipe people
And
out. So you got
I
to.
give
They
you
have a
that.
history of doing it.
I give you that. I give you that. So I'm
So,
gonna go to
look,
the next team on my list. The next
can I
team.
comment on A&M
Yeah, no,
real
go
quick?
ahead. Go ahead.
Can I
Go ahead.
comment?
My bad. My
All I
bad.
want to say is, was that Notre Dame game that was in College Station, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, that's all I want
You
to
got to
say.
play the game. Got to get between the lines. Doesn't matter.
True.
Okay.
No problem with that.
All right. My next team.
A&M don't have a track record though, so we kind of just
Their track record is a little shady. They really never. This is their first year climbing up, so they're not gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. But they're in the top 3.
I got you.
Yep,
I
that's
got
all.
you. I got you.
Yeah.
My
yeah,
next
yeah.
team. So if we want to talk about resume over the years, my next team is
Their
Georgia.
pedigree.
Is Georgia? Their pedigree. And I got
Yeah.
Georgia. Although
Yeah.
Georgia, look, I got Georgia. Yeah, you can say
Okay.
they lost to Bama. I get it.
Yep.
But they got some quality wins. They got
They
Tennessee.
do.
They got Tennessee. They got Ole Miss, who was
That's
another
not
top team.
That
Okay.
Tennessee win is not quality.
They in the top
The
25.
Georgia. When you look at
they are by
Georgia,
default.
yeah. When I look at Georgia, I look at their defense. It's shaky.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, and that's not the same Georgia. They don't have a pass rush.
No, they don't.
They win. They win on offense. Okay, they win with their quarterback, their run game,
Yeah.
and their physicality on offense. So I'm not as excited about Georgia right now. But yeah, you get them in the playoffs,
They win.
you got a problem.
Right, they win.
You got a
Quarterback.
problem in playoffs. I get that.
They don't have a dynamic quarterback and they don't have a big play receiver. I don't see, and I think in the playoffs you need that. You go against a team like Indiana, Ohio State, Notre Dame, they got big playmakers, and I don't see that with Georgia right
Okay, I get that. And my my,
Okay.
my
now.
third team is
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Russell Johnson's Ohio State.
The
Ohio State
make
Buckeye.
sure you say it right.
Oh
Make
man,
sure you say it
Ohio State
correctly.
Buckeyes.
The Ohio State
And,
Buckeyes.
and, and the
Okay.
reason why I have them at number 3 because of their pedigree. They win. I got to give
Mm-hmm.
it to them. They win. But if you want to go by the numbers and the strength of schedule, some of the things that they say that you put into this, they just don't match up right now. Top 3, you still one of the best teams in the country. You actually just you flipping a coin. To be honest with
Right.
Well, they're a young football team. First of all, they're a young football team. All their guys went to the NFL last year, so
Yep.
they're back. So I didn't expect them to be number one so fast, but people gave it to them. All
Mm-hmm.
those guys that are on that roster right now are going to be first and second round draft
you. Oh
picks.
yeah.
They do a great job of putting rosters together. So that's the
And
scary thing about them. As
mm-hmm.
the year goes on, they're going to be better because
Get
they're
better.
playing with youngsters,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but really good
Okay.
youngsters.
Right.
Okay.
So you put them where you want,
Mm.
but you're gonna have to
Oh,
deal
you're
with
gonna have to
them
deal with it.
down the
You're
stretch.
gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah,
And so,
And
yeah,
their offensive line is not good right now.
because they're
they're
They
young.
young.
Yeah,
They're
pass
young,
block well,
but they can't run
but
block.
run block is they miss a lot of blocks. So give
yeah,
them after the Michigan game, and they get that break. You know what I mean? Right after the Big Ten championship, if they make it, whatever.
Okay.
When they get that break, Ryan Day will have them together for that first playoff game.
All right.
yeah.
We're gonna go back to we're gonna go to something that everybody is talking. We're gonna go to a team, excuse me, that everybody's talking about is
Mm-hmm.
Indiana. I got Indiana number 4. They the new kids on the block. I think they got a hell of a
Mm-hmm.
coach. I think they got a roster that's dynamic. A roster that, I'm not gonna say misfits, but they just that coaching staff put that a hell of a roster together. And I think they
Mm-hmm.
could beat anybody in the country. Go look at their wins. Man, they beat the brakes off Illinois. And Illinois is still a ranked team, and
Right.
you just gotta look what they have done. Um, didn't they get Oregon? Didn't they get Oregon the same way?
Yeah.
They got
Okay,
Oregon.
that's what
The
I'm
Oregon
They
saying.
beat
game
Oregon.
is
So you that team
at Oregon.
at
At
Oregon,
Oregon at
at
that.
Oregon. So
Yeah.
I mean, so they got to be in the top 5. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
right now, and so I think the CFP got them number 2,
2.
and
Mm-hmm.
you
Correct.
know what? And I'm not gonna even argue with them on that. I'm not gonna argue with them
Mm-hmm.
on that. I think that's a good spot. Although, like I said, I had them number 4. I think we all kind of agree that Indiana's one of those teams that everybody's looking at and don't nobody want to play.
Well, let me make a comment on Indiana. Okay, the best 2 wins they had was Illinois. You put Illinois in the SEC, they'd probably be below Vanderbilt. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that would be the sister of the
Right.
poor. That'd be the
Right.
worst team in the SEC. Then if you took Oregon and you put them in the SEC, they'd be in the middle of the pack.
You
Okay,
think
they'd
so?
probably sit right there right around right above Florida. Okay, Florida. You know what I mean? Put Florida out there. Let's
Mm-mm.
put Florida in the Big Ten.
Mm-mm.
And
I
tell me,
don't
let's
see it.
talk about that.
I don't see. I
I
see better
personally,
quarterback play at Oregon.
I get it, but
I
it's more than
understand.
just the
It's more
quarterback
than
when
the
you get in those
quarterback.
playoffs. You're going to have a lot of
It that
SEC
You
football
got to have
players
meat
at
and
every
potatoes,
position.
man.
They have
they got
meat
that too.
potatoes.
Oregon got
Yeah,
that too.
and
Yeah,
You
but
that's what
get
they
an
ain't
the
got.
SEC
They
SEC
they
teams
don't.
lineman.
have.
They don't
So
have that.
I am waiting. I
Okay.
I am waiting on Indiana. I know everybody's
Mhm.
excited, but I am too. I love them,
Yep.
but we got to see how they play against those real guys every week. Real guys.
Last year, they were rolling, and they went against this team in Ohio, and they got smoked. I think they came in 8-0 maybe.
Yeah,
And
but this is a
once
different
they
team
once
than
they
that.
saw once
This
they
is a
saw real
different team than that.
competition,
This is a different team.
oh, definitely,
This is a
it's a
different
whole new
team.
team. But I'm saying it's the same. You could get the same results because they came in, and when they finally saw a real team, then it was a different result.
Yeah,
But I give them the credit against Oregon. To go to Oregon, that's probably the signature win right now, college football season right now.
Oh yeah, that was big. That
yeah,
was big. That
yeah,
was big.
yeah.
That was big. And
They went to Oregon. Now I look at those rosters. I do that sitting in this house. I look at everybody's roster because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon is a young team too. Most of their guys went to the NFL.
Yes.
So they went there. Now Indiana, everybody came back. They got their whole team back, and they got a new quarterback. Probably the best quarterback you could find in the country. That guy's gonna probably be the first pick of the draft. With the
Mm-hmm.
same team they had last year. Okay, so they go to Oregon. They play against a young team. Most of Oregon's guys got drafted last year. Now they're
Mm-hmm.
young. That's why those teams get better as the year goes because they're not immature. You're playing with
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of guys who were backups the year before and freshmen, some of them, redshirt freshmen.
Yeah.
And so it takes a little bit to go. But we'll see. We'll see how it matches up as the year goes
yeah,
with Oregon.
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said,
Oh,
yeah, but
Indiana, I'm
Indiana,
sorry.
yeah. Like I
Indy.
said,
Yeah,
they're a rising team. I think with the contract extension and everything, they're going to be around for a while. So
absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
let's go to Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss Rebels. Guys, I'm gonna tell you
Mm-hmm.
something. Ole Miss had better talent last year, but somehow we all know you can have good talent, but at the same time it doesn't gel. Okay, I think this team has. This team should have beat Georgia. It should have
Yeah.
beat Georgia. Came to Norman in a very hostile environment, beat OU. Um, you know, John Mateer wasn't at his best. He's just getting back to being just a shadow of what he was the first two ball games, but it's a win on the road. And
Yeah.
I think Ole Miss is a dangerous football team. I really do. I think they're one of the most. If they get in the playoffs, if Lane keeps it together, he has to play Mississippi State, and he has somebody else that could trip him up. I can't think off the top of my head.
I thought they had a pretty easy schedule remaining.
Yeah,
Let
they
me
do.
check it
Yeah,
out.
they do.
It
But
seems pretty
That
easy.
Egg Bowl in Mississippi, you could throw the damn records out the window because Mississippi State
Yeah.
could play with anybody if they just if Leb, if he just managed the game and the defense
Mm-hmm.
do what they supposed to do, man, they could play with anybody. They didn't show that this year. They're probably one of the most improved teams in the SEC if you just look at what they're doing week in and week out. But I'm
Right.
saying this about Ole Miss. I think I think Lane Kiffin is probably the best play caller in college football. I do. I might be wrong. Your
I
guys
don't
might,
disagree. I
you
don't
know, but I
disagree.
think he's
I
the
don't
best
disagree.
play caller. Where Ole Miss is going to fall short is the youth of that defense. That's where they're going to fall
Mm-hmm.
short at. They got a
Yeah.
dynamic ass quarterback, and Trinidad Chambliss who came out of no damn
Mhm.
where. You know,
I like him.
yeah, I like him a lot, man. And I think this kid is creating the biggest buzz in college football and is going to make himself some money. I think he's going
You
to make
know what? I
himself
like
money.
him because I like how he'll make a mistake and just completely forget
Oh
about it and
yeah,
come out and
oh
make a
yeah,
big
yeah.
play
Short memory,
right after.
short memory,
Yep.
short memory, man. So like I
I
say,
I think
now,
I think Ole Miss is that team that nobody wants to play
Hmm.
because they are going to score every series. They have the best coach, in my opinion, whether it was the NFL, college, any. They have the best. And I'm not getting into personalities. I've never worked that way. I want results. They have the best coach right now, maybe on earth. My opinion,
mhm,
one man's
right,
opinion. Okay. He can motivate those kids. He inspires them. I saw him on the sideline giving the opponents a hard time. Those kids love
Hmm.
him. He
Yeah.
sounds like them when he
oh,
talks
he
to
love
them.
it.
I
They
see
love it.
why they play well
They
for him.
love it.
He's
He's in
them.
tune. He's in tune with that generation.
He's in tune with that
One hundred
generation.
percent.
Hmm.
He's okay.
100%.
So I think Ole Miss. I think you don't want to play Ole
No,
Miss. Ole Miss is a dark horse to win the whole shit. This is why, because They can score every time they get the ball on anybody because they
Yeah.
got a play caller. He could design shit. They
Mhm.
got a little quarterback who's going to get himself drafted in the
And the running
NFL
back. Don't forget the
because
running back.
they got a running
My
back.
Lacey.
They got about 4 receivers.
Lacey.
Okay,
Yep.
all that can be that are productive. They got a
Yeah.
tight end who's nice, and they
Mhm.
block it up for them on offense. They're just good
Yeah.
enough in that system.
Dude,
That
Watch
Lacey.
Ole Miss. That's my
That
sleeper.
Lacey is a hard tackle, boy.
he
He's hard to
he's
tackle.
a hard tackle, and I'm gonna say this before we move off of Ole Miss. Ole Miss has 6 or 7 receiver guys that are over
Yeah,
400, 500 yards.
yeah,
That's crazy as
and
hell.
that is I
Hmm.
attribute that to the head coach.
Oh yeah, no
He
doubt.
designs it that everybody gets the
Yeah,
ball. That's
Yeah.
coaching.
yeah. There's no favorite.
That's
There's
coaching.
no favorite receiver, and so like I say, we all can agree that Ole Miss is probably the most dangerous team that we're talking about going into the playoffs. So I think we
I
all can
wouldn't
agree.
want to play them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
You know too. They don't play on any defense down in the SEC no more either.
No, Ole Miss
oh
is
man,
content with you getting the
we
ball and
play a
you
whole lot of
score, and
defense in
they
the
get the ball,
SEC.
they score. They're cool with
Yeah,
that.
oh man,
Okay.
you heard what he said. He's trying
Okay.
to look. Who has Oklahoma? You do not want to play them, man. Look, let's go on to the next one because I'm gonna get to
That's
that.
the one team I
Well,
I'm
want to
I,
see.
Oklahoma's
I'm
got
gonna get to that.
defense. Texas has
I'm gonna
got
get to that.
defense. Alabama's got defense. You got about 4 teams with defense.
I would
It's,
I
it,
would like to see Ole Miss play Texas. I would like to see that game.
yeah, I would too.
If Ole Miss played Texas,
Now
that would be a good matchup.
let's get to the team he just talked about, Alabama. I got Alabama. I had
Yep.
Alabama at 6. And I think,
Hmm.
guys, that right now Alabama is um, probably most efficient football team. They're not making mistakes. They're doing the things that they need to do to win football games. They're clean. They're what I call a clean football team. You know, like I said, they're not turning it over. They're not making stupid mistakes on defense. Not a whole lot of penalties, but Alabama's hadn't been hit in the mouth just yet. I mean, they got a big win. They went to Georgia and won
Hmm.
that ball game. And that's hard to
Yeah.
win in the hedges. Georgia had won 33 games, 32 or 33 games straight between the
33.
hedges. And they
Yeah.
went in there and they took them to the woodshed, man, and got the win. So that's why I got Alabama. But Alabama has a tough task coming up in 2 weeks. That's when Oklahoma come to town. Oklahoma then
Yeah.
showed you they can go into a hot. They went up there where it was 101 at night at Tennessee and took one from Tennessee. And I think John Mateer's
Hmm.
he's getting better. They have an off week this week. He's going to be resting up that hand, but Alabama still can take a L. They got some L's that can be given to them if they're not careful going down the stretch. But right now, man, I got Alabama at 6. Lionel, what you got about Alabama, man? What you think
I
about the next
like
spot?
Alabama. I think their talent levels there. They've saved Kellen DeBoer's job, and I agree with you, Marcus. They're going to play a few teams down the stretch. Of course, anybody could beat you in the SEC. I heard from some people from Baton Rouge that they've had the worst season in the world, and they just fired their coach.
Yeah.
They are waiting and planning on Alabama. They're going to take their best shot at Alabama. That would make their season to derail Alabama. So watch that
Oh
game
yeah.
when they go to Baton Rouge. That could be scary.
Well, man, you got Alex
Is that
Atkins.
is that quarterback healthy yet?
Uh,
Nussmeier.
But man,
he's okay. He's okay. They're putting it on health right now. He's just
Hmm.
not played well this year.
No,
That's a good
I didn't say that.
excuse.
I think they got a better quarterback in Van Buren, the second string guy.
Oh,
I
okay.
do.
Well, yeah,
I do. I
but
think
they're committed to this
they
guy.
committed to him.
They
He's a
committed to
yeah,
Nussmeier with the Heisman
right.
talk and first round pick. So they
That's what
kind
it
of
is.
committed to
I
him.
got it. And I
Uh,
get it.
they just hired they just hired a real good friend of mine to be as the AD. We're from
Oh,
the
that was
same
okay.
town,
I just
Okay.
saw that
and
hire. Yeah.
Virgil and I would go way back. Matter of fact, I drafted him when I was the personnel guy for the USFL one off season.
Okay.
You know, when I first got into scouting, I drafted Virgil, their general manager. I mean, sorry, their AD,
Okay.
and so I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
But watch that game when they play those
Oh
guys.
yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Alex Atkins is the OC. I know Alex. I'm telling you, he was down at Florida State. He was the fall guy for all the stuff that happened. That 13-1 season or whatever it was. He was the OC at that point in time, man. Alice is pretty sharp. So yeah, that's going
Okay.
Bama going that could be a one of them snake bitten games, You walk into a
Yeah.
to a hornet's nest in that one, man. But like I said, right now Bama's playing good, man. And like I said, they got
They are.
that quality win against Georgia, man. And just hey, I gotta give it to them. Right now they're playing good football, you know.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they
So
are. Hats off to them.
so move on down the line. I got Oregon number 7. Your Big Ten, Oregon. So let me tell you, let me ask you this. Okay, they beat Penn State, but Penn State is not a factor right now. So outside of that, guys, right now, just off a record, yeah, they got a really good record, and they're undefeated. Am I not? Have they lost one?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
lost to
Yeah,
Indiana.
excuse me. Oh, my bad. I just they lost to Indiana. So
Yep.
you're telling me that Oregon, I got Oregon right there just because Oregon is Oregon, and I feel like they got a lot of talent. Again, they got a lot of talent.
Another team. Yeah. Another team that's young this year because a lot of their guys went to the NFL last year and they're growing and all that. But I just feel they've had 2 teams that pushed them this year. That's it.
That's it. That's
It's
all.
not a weekly thing with
Mm.
Oregon. So
When they
again, this what is going to happen when they're tested against the really good teams?
Well, when they played Penn State, that's before Penn State and the kind of they went off the rails. So that game was down to the wire. It could have went either way.
Could have went
So
either way.
they could have went and so they got a tough matchup this week against Iowa, and we'll kind of see
I was
what
not a
Oregon's
pushover.
made of.
I was not going to be a
No,
Iowa
they're
got
pushover.
a
not.
tough defense. They're gonna run the ball. Iowa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that'll
Yeah.
be a good. That's a good test for them.
that'd be a really
That's a
good.
nice
That'd be a
test.
really.
It's at Iowa too, so it's in Iowa
So
City. So
and I'm gonna say this right here: if they lose that, they're out completely.
they out, yeah,
They're out.
yeah.
They're out completely. They won't be. They won't be a two win team to get in, just
No,
because.
no, rewind
Yeah,
that. No, rewind that. That would
two
give them
loss
2
team.
losses.
Excuse me, a 2-loss
They
team.
still play. They still play USC and Washington, so they could still sneak in if they went out.
But USC and Washington, man, come on.
USC
Okay.
is decent.
Yeah, they
Washington
decent.
is
They
decent.
decent. But I'm just saying,
You
if they
know.
get another loss to anybody, they out. I don't see them. I
So
don't
when
see
you
them
look at
sneaking back in.
when I look at the Big Ten and I look at these other teams that's on the bubble, like some of your teams on the bubble, Washington, I think would beat like Louisville. Washington would beat Memphis. Washington would beat Virginia. Washington probably would beat Texas Tech. You know what I mean? So or USC, interchange them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
those are when you look at conference wins, and the Big Ten doesn't play the soft schedule at the end like the SEC does, where they try to sneak in that bye week with a weak team that's like Division 3 or something.
Who, the
Nah, man,
SEC?
come on.
No,
Yeah.
there's nothing
And
weak
nothing
about
ain't
that.
nothing weak
They
about the
play.
SEC.
No.
They
Go
play
down.
So
eight.
right
Go.
They
right
play
now,
8 or 9
They
yes.
headaches.
play the SEC plays 8, the Big Ten plays 9 conference games.
It
Every team
doesn't
in the
matter,
Yeah,
but
SEC.
but they
y'all
only
but
have 3 teams in the
they only
Big
got
Ten.
3 teams
There's
that
only
work for
3
them in the
teams.
Big Ten.
There's 3 teams. It's
No,
been
Come
that
no,
way
on,
it
for the
bro.
isn't.
last
It's
50
15
years. There's
years.
3 teams.
Yeah.
Penn
Ohio
State made
State,
the playoff last year.
Michigan. Who's the third team?
Penn State made the playoff last
And
year.
Penn State. But Penn State's not there right now. And sometimes they play Notre Dame. So you got 4 teams in your schedule. Other than that, you can't really count. You can't count Indiana as a perennial
No,
big
no, you
time
can't.
team. So I'm just saying,
But they doing a lot.
SEC every week for 8 weeks you're going to play a
I'm gonna
headache.
take the
South Carolina can
I'm gonna
beat you.
take the GM.
Vanderbilt could beat you.
I'm gonna take his expertise on this because
I take his
he's
expertise,
been in the
but
front office and he know.
I know what I see when it comes to bowl season. and you could go
Oh
back
man,
10 years.
bowl season doesn't mean
When the
No,
anything
bowl
anymore.
season
Ohio
rolls,
Bowl
State
season
is
does
big
not mean.
time. You get the
Yeah,
best players
yeah.
no,
in
I'm
the
saying
whole country.
that's
You,
when we see
Alabama,
the
and a,
bowl season is when we see the Wisconsin, the
But it
Illinois, the
doesn't mean
Maryland
anything because
play
people
these
done
other
checked out
teams.
now. In the last 4 or 5 years, bowls doesn't
It
mean
happens.
anything, man.
It don't. It
Kids,
happens, but
kids,
still, you
kids,
see the
kids
matchup.
neglect not to play. Kids are like, hey,
yeah,
look,
it's
man,
all
it's
screwed.
screwed. It doesn't mean the
Yeah,
same thing. So I
yeah,
can't look
yeah,
at a
Okay.
bowl win as
yeah.
a
It's yeah.
as a as a true win anymore because
Kids
Then why
start
don't
transferring,
why
setting
people
won't
done
out, getting in
checked
the
out.
portal, getting ready
tell
for the
me
draft.
tell
Yeah,
me
they don't.
this?
Half of
Then
their kids
why
don't
won't
play.
SEC schedule Big Ten teams up north?
They do.
Well, they don't want. They shouldn't because why would you get beat for 8 weeks? They want to go play against Michigan and Ohio State.
I'm just
That wouldn't
saying.
be good.
I'm
It
just
would be now
saying.
you're getting beaten and hurt 9 games.
If you was the
Well,
big kid on the
why won't
block,
Big Ten schedule SEC teams?
they do. We just beat Texas. Oh, State just beat Texas.
A weak Texas.
Ah, man, they was number one.
I give you that.
All, all your friends had them at number one with Arch winning the Heisman.
Oh, I never said Arch was gonna win the Heisman. I gave you the I gave you the huggy lowdown on Texas from the beginning of the year. So don't give me that.
I know we talked about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't give me
I was
that
just
one.
trying to pull
Man,
I
look,
was trying to pull a fast one.
we're gonna move on to the anchor down team, man. That's the Vanderbilt
Okay,
Commodores, man. I got Vanderbilt at number 8. Of course, they didn't make the CFP. Um,
they didn't make it.
I really like what they're doing at Vanderbilt, man. They're trying to build a culture. They just like in Indiana, they got a team that before the NIL deal,
Mhm,
came along, guys. Vanderbilt was a
mhm,
school that you still had to have a 3 point, I think a 3.1, 3 point, a 3.0 to get in. Although, you didn't have to have that, you just had to have the 18 and the 2.5. But Vanderbilt just went away from that maybe about a year or two
mhm,
ago. And when Barton Simmons came on to help Clark Lee, they were best buddies at Vanderbilt from back in school. And if
mhm,
people who don't know who Barton Simmons is, Barton Simmons used to run 24/7 Sports. He was the best recruiter out there. And so when he came to Vanderbilt, man, he had great eyes and they recruited some really good kids. And when the portal happened, boom, that's when it all came down. And you got to look at this. I'm from the South. I know about the bag man and different things like that because you got Alabama, you got all these teams around the South, man. The bag man was live and well around here for years. Vanderbilt wasn't going to do
mhm.
anything like that. But now that you can give money on top of the table, guess what, guys? Vanderbilt got a lot of it. They got a lot of it. And they're going to get kids. Am I saying Vanderbilt's going to win a title? No, guys. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is they're going to be very competitive. Clark Lee's a hell of a coach.
Mhm.
They got a hell of a system. They have spent a lot of money there. And yeah, I know they lost this weekend down in Texas. But
Close.
I think if
Close.
you give them another 3 minutes, they win that football game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they right
yeah,
back in there.
yeah. My respect goes out to Vandy too. I like what they've done. I like the coach there. Their players play hard. They're a bunch of mature guys, smart guys, tough guys. Um, you just fell short in a couple big games.
Right.
But I like what they're doing in Vandy, and it's
Yeah.
a really good SEC team. It's good to see that Vandy is playing up to the level of the top teams in the SEC
Oh,
now. It really is.
definitely,
Great story.
definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
Vanderbilt.
that schedule doesn't allow them to kind of creep back in there either. They have Auburn, Kentucky, and Tennessee left on the
They'll
schedule.
Yeah,
beat Auburn.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they'll win out, but it might not help them with the
Nah, it
CFP.
might not happen. And it all depends on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what Tennessee schedule looks like. Tennessee is having some problems right now, man. But I'm gonna say this about Tennessee before we move on,
Hmm.
guys. You got look Height in the spring. He lost his quarterback. He lost his $1 million
Hmm.
quarterback. And
Yeah.
guys, he didn't really have a whole lot of time to go find somebody. He was lucky Joey fell in his lap.
Yeah.
And and
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Tennessee based fans, man, they're giving him hell right now, man. I just don't think it's fair. Um,
No,
because
it's
I
not.
don't, man. I mean, he had a lot of guys that went off, to the NFL. Going to have some couple guys maybe on the defensive line that does the same. But I think
Mhm.
Tennessee, um, I think Tennessee is a hell of a program. That's a hell of a place to play. And this year, man, it's going to be tough. I don't know where they play that game at, but Vandy has opportunity.
It's in Tennessee.
It's in Tennessee.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
So if
yeah.
Vandy wins that game, there'll be a bubble team. If not, if they win out, there'll be a New Year's 16.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all think
You know
so?
what? I
It's going to be
equate
tough.
Tennessee. I equate Tennessee with Penn State. I think the fans are a little delusional. You know what I'm saying? Putting them at the top. Thinking that they are like should be title contenders.
Right.
But it's good schools, good programs. I think they should just kind of be happy with what they
You
have
think they ought to pipe down a little bit?
a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with
Look,
it.
they've put a lot of great players out
Yeah.
Hmm.
uh, in football.
Yeah.
They,
I like.
I guarantee you, if you took Tennessee's guys, the draft picks from the last 20 years, and you put
Mhm.
them against anybody in the Big Ten, you're going to say, well, damn, Tennessee's got more than them, except Ohio
Mhm.
State. Ohio State's got
Oh yeah.
probably
Yeah.
the most of anybody.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
they
They do a
loaded.
great
They
job.
loaded.
But any other
Great
school,
job.
yeah, you can run them
Yeah.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Michigan
Yeah.
State, Michigan. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
All right, man.
But yeah, Tennessee, I got respect for their offense. I think their offensive football team, they got three great receivers. They
Hype
got a good offensive
Hype's gonna
line.
have some
They got
receivers.
running backs every year. The quarterback's playing at a high level, but the defense
Oh yeah,
sucks.
it's tough, man. So we'll move on to the Oklahoma Sooners. Hey guys, I'm gonna be a little biased on this one, but it is what it is. Now,
Hmm.
I think Oklahoma, you know, let's talk about when the committee left Florida State out. They left Florida State out because of the quarterback situation, did they not?
Correct.
Yes.
They took all that in, and they said, well, they ain't got the quarterback. We're just not gonna put him in. So I'm
Hmm.
looking at the loss against Ole Miss and the loss against Texas.
Hmm.
Quarterback playing with a broke hand. He wasn't. I don't care what you say. Oh man, no, the kid was hurting. If you go back and watch the clip, and I know Lionel, you might have seen it, when he was coming in the stadium this week, and a female shook his hand, and he did like this. You know,
Uh,
did you see that clip?
I didn't
Go
see it.
check it
I
out.
didn't
He
see
did.
it.
He did like this when somebody shook his. That was an indication right there that their hand is not fully well.
Not ready
It's
yet.
not ready
Yeah.
yet. But if you look at the game against Tennessee, you saw a glimpse of the John Mateer that you saw against Michigan.
yeah.
Right.
You saw a
Right.
glimpse of that.
I,
So what I'm
yeah.
saying is with their losses that they have, guys, is
Hmm.
can you say, well, the quarterback wasn't healthy? Can you give them the same grace that the committee took from Florida State?
Well, the committee is not going to put a team into the playoffs with a bad quarterback that his hand's not. The committee wants the best teams in there.
Correct.
They're going
Yeah.
to use the hand against him. So if
Yep.
that hand is not right when it's between them and two other teams, they're going to go with one of the other two
Right.
teams because
Hmm.
they want the best teams in the playoffs because people are putting their livelihoods
Oh
on
yeah,
that,
definitely.
their
And I
money,
feel like
their jobs.
his
They
hand is
have
getting
no
better.
favor.
His hand is getting
That's the
better.
good thing about this.
Yeah, there's no favor.
But can
Marcus,
they
that's
make
the
up
good
that?
thing
I
about
got you.
this.
Can they
I'm with
make
you.
up that
Fans
ground?
and people that are biased and have
Yeah.
a skin in the game,
Hmm.
the committee does not, unless you're dealing with Notre Dame. But
Yeah.
Notre Dame is our favorite team. That's the way it is.
Yep.
You
Man,
got to get Notre Dame in the playoff. This is the U.S.
That's America's
man.
team, like the
That's
Cowboys.
America's
Oh
team.
hell,
Yeah.
You
man.
know, but if they
America.
lose 3, then you can't. But if they lose 2, Notre Dame's in.
Man, don't
So
get
Done.
me started
let's
on
talk
Notre Dame.
about
Okay.
Oklahoma's schedule though. Okay. So they got Alabama next week, Missouri, LSU,
That,
Wait a
that
while. Who schedules that?
Oklahoma. They
Oklahoma.
can gain. They can
Oh
gain
man,
some
that's
ground.
tough.
They can gain some ground by
If
beating
they win, if they win out, they get in. Alabama
Yep.
goes out. They beat Alabama, they take the spot. Alabama's
because you
out.
head to head,
Head to
Yeah.
head.
head to head.
There you go, right
Missouri
there.
got to come to Norman. LSU got to
That's gonna be tough.
LSU got to come to Norman.
LSU has nothing to lose right now. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
wounded animal that has
oh
nothing to
yeah,
So
lose. They can
definitely.
so
bite your head off.
tell me this with the SEC championship game, they got rid of the East West, right? And now they just play the top 2 teams
Correct,
playing the championship game.
correct.
Okay.
Just like the Big Ten.
So that is gonna be a good one.
Oh,
Okay.
it's gonna be a
So
damn good one.
it's still
I
open.
have all the respect in the world for Oklahoma. I think they have a really good defense. I think their offense is suspect right now with Mateer's hand.
Yep.
They got to win games to show people that everything is good. But they got a championship defense.
Yeah,
But they still got a chance to do it.
yeah,
Just win those
yeah. They
games.
got to win out. They win all three. I think
Yeah.
they sneak in. I think they
Oh, they're
sneak in.
in.
They win all three. Um, this is a team that we got coming up next, guys, and this is a team I put in there just because uh, I think they just a dynamic damn football team, and the one loss that they had, the quarterback was out, and that's Texas Tech. Texas Tech is spending a lot of
Mhm.
money on guys, man. They're getting the talent in there, and they got it. They got money. They got money, so they're getting kids. You know, and the one
Yeah.
loss that they do have is the quarterback was out that week. So of course, the committee has him at number 8. I got him at number 10. You
Mhm.
know, that's just a flip flop. You know, pretty much. But yet, it's still, man. I think they're one of the most intriguing teams in college football right now, with a healthy quarterback.
Yeah, I have respect for Texas Tech, and they're not hiding what they're doing. They're telling the world that look, we're raising money to get good players. That's why we spend our money. We're trying to go out and get players. We're going to buy them. We play them by the rule, and we're not faking it
No,
like some teams fake it.
no,
Oh, we don't want to spend money. Hey, they let you know at Texas Tech we're looking for linemen, offensive and defensive linemen. Come here. We're going to pay you. We want to win big games. I got respect for Texas Tech. I think if they keep playing like they're playing, they get in the playoffs. I wouldn't want to play them.
nah, nah,
Mm.
nah,
Unless you're Ohio State.
You see,
man.
the thing about Ohio State, let me say this about Ohio State. They're playing at a high level. And generally, when teams shoot they wide all year, when they
Yeah.
get in the playoffs, that's scary, man.
Yeah.
It is.
That's
But
scary.
they haven't played their best yet this year. And I think Ryan Day has them etching up to get to that Michigan game so he can get over that hurdle. That's their hurdle.
Watch that.
That's the hurdle.
Watch
That's what I'm
that.
saying. But they win or lose, they still in the playoff. Win or lose,
Oh,
like
they're
hey.
going to
Oh
be
yeah,
in either
they
way.
still
But
there.
But
I
but
get.
that's
Michigan
their
could stick a
that's
pin in
his
their
hurdle. Hey, that's his
balloon.
hurdle. You got people still in Ohio that wants him fired because he can't win that game. Forget the championship. You got people. If he
Well,
can't win this
but
game, they think he
here it
can't.
is. Whoever thinks like that is delusional because
Yeah. Yeah, they're not firing that guy.
national championship hurdles a freaking conference game, man.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Oh,
Bragging rights,
I mean
man.
that's I understand the bragging rights, but bragging rights don't pay the. I mean, come on, I ain't gonna
Those
go there.
two,
it's
Russell
different.
knows those guys better than
Oh, yeah,
us.
no
It's
doubt.
different.
Those two
I
schools
Oh,
told
ain't
in
no
hey
those
doubt.
two
Lionel,
states,
I
they have
told
the
Marcus
biggest rival in the world.
it's
They don't
different.
want like each other. They
It's
live for that.
different up
That's their
here.
championship.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh, it's different,
People look at football a little different. Like rivalry means more than championships to a lot of people.
man. Look,
And I'm like down to the high school level is like that.
man,
Trust
I
me.
get it. I get it, guys. I get it.
It's crazy.
But
it's sick.
Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
this is my
Those two teams are sick when
this
it
is
comes to each other.
oh yeah, it's absolutely bananas, man. But
Mm-hmm.
my deal with Ohio State is Ohio State all year long they get to sit back and they get to drink, Kool-Aid all year long, and everybody else is out there in the
Mm-hmm.
hot sun beating up on each other like in the SEC. And here they come,
Mm-hmm.
you already you got a banged up shoulder, damn knee bombed out. Here comes Ohio State with that shiny ass armor, saw that damn silver like they in a damn old warrior or something because they're not beat up because they didn't save
They're not.
themselves
They're
all
playing
year.
Purdue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they
They're
come
playing
in,
Michigan
they get
State.
in the,
They're playing
Minnesota.
they get
Minnesota.
in the damn
Yeah,
Sweatpants.
playoffs. They get in the damn
I feel
playoffs
that. They
and
got
they
about 6 cupcakes,
yeah, they get in the,
but they still win in the playoffs.
It's like preseason games. You get about 6
Yeah.
preseason games, and
yeah.
you know
That's
you go
bullshit,
back.
man. I'm just gonna be
Hey, I
honest with you,
mean
but
that's
but it's nothing they can do about it. It's just what it is.
There's nothing that they can do. That's their location.
That's
That's
what it
where they
is.
but
are.
I'm not gonna.
that and so
I'm not knocking
but see
them.
that's why the Big Ten went to the 9
It
game
doesn't matter. All the rest
conference
of the
schedule.
teams are weak in there, so it don't matter whether you
But I'm
play
saying
9
that's
or
why they
10.
did it. That's why they did it, so you wouldn't schedule 4 cream puffs and then have 8 Big Ten games, and then you could skate through that too. So they was like,
But
no,
they
we're
are.
gonna
But
play
their
these 9
conference is
conference
really a
games.
cream puff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? That's why they did that.
Well, look, man.
I got nothing but respect for Ohio State's football
Me too.
players. When you walk on that field in practice and you look at their players, it is like being on an NFL team.
Mm-hmm.
All day,
They're really
all
big
day.
time.
Look
I
at
got
those
no
receivers.
none but respect, but they just don't have that loaded schedule. But that's not their fault. They
Not their
still win
fault.
everything when they play big teams.
Hey,
Look at them NFL receivers right now.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Nothing but love for
well,
them.
man,
No
look.
discounts there.
No, ain't no
They
discount.
just can't. They don't have any good NFL quarterbacks still.
No, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. I mean,
I'm not gonna talk about the guy from. He's pathetic, man.
hey,
He's
we
pathetic.
can't win them all.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's
Fields,
pathetic.
yeah,
He's awful.
Man, come on,
yeah.
y'all gonna do feels
And,
like that, bro?
when they bench him, they're not benching him to put him as a number 2 because you don't want him coming in the game
You're
if the
right.
starter gets hurt. They're running his ass back to wherever he's from, Texas or
He
Atlanta.
from
They're
Atlanta.
Yeah,
running him
man.
Yeah, he
out of
from
there,
Atlanta.
man.
Hey, that shit. The Bears destroyed his confidence.
Man, I don't think, dude, when he left,
He wasn't that. He wasn't that bad.
I'm not saying he was that bad, but I watched him in high school, and he was an athletic kid,
Mm-hmm.
man. With an athletic kid that size and got a strong arm, automatically, man,
Yeah.
it's gonna. But he took it from me
Can't
up here,
think,
man,
man.
up
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah.
Can't think. Can't
Yeah,
process.
That's where it's lacking.
that's where
Yeah.
he's
Can't
lacking at right
process.
now, man. And
That processor is he running on a 19 Windows 98 right now. You know, and then look, it was like
damn.
that at Ohio State. It was like that. He would drop back, and I mean, you got all them athletes running around, but he would stand there 8 seconds in the pocket and then have to run or take a sack. Dude, just throw the ball. Like get
I'm
rid.
happy for him. He's made a lot of money. He can
Yeah,
take care of his family,
yeah, yeah.
but he's
He's just
he's
not
just
there.
not a
He
processor.
he just not. He's not that,
No.
man. And look.
But physically, he's got more than everybody
Oh
else.
yeah.
Oh
But
yeah,
just mentally, he's worse than everybody
Oh
else.
yeah, no
yeah,
doubt, man. So we're gonna move on down the
yeah.
line, man. We
Who
got
we
we
got
got
next?
two more teams. We got Virginia, a surprising team,
Mhm.
guys. For when
Yep.
I saw Virginia beat, and I told me and Russ, you might not remember, but when they beat Florida
Mhm.
State, I said to
Mhm.
myself, I said they got something.
Yeah.
They got
But it's
something.
not a good win
It's
anymore.
not a good win anymore. But even the CFP got them at 11 because of being in the ACC.
By default,
Yeah,
they
They
11 by
by
default.
they
default, because they got to have some
got to
representation
have some
from that
representation
league.
because Miami just pooped in the
Yeah.
bed.
Don't let's not go there.
Hey
I got a
man,
lot, boy. Look,
the
Hey,
they
Hurricanes, boy,
hey,
they
they
got
awful,
blew out.
man.
man, look here.
Hey, that
They
storm went south instead of
dude,
coming
they
north, didn't
got
it?
the highest paid quarterback in college football.
He's a head case too.
Dude,
Mm,
he's his stop. You
What
just think
about?
about the top quarterbacks, guys. When the season first started, you had Nussmeier,
Mm-hmm.
you had Kupnik,
Yep.
you had Carson Beck. Who else was the
Manning,
guy? You had Manning.
Arch
Man,
Manning.
Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Guys, look at it. Look at it now. Man, Parody
Yeah.
They
is
wouldn't take those guys in the first
no,
round.
none of those
Nah.
guys. I don't think going in the first round.
No, they played themselves out of the first
All
round.
of them. Yep.
Every
Played
last one of
themselves
them.
Yeah,
out.
I mean, somebody might take one later because teams do that anyway, but they really
Oh,
don't want them.
don't forget Aller,
Yeah.
Penn State.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
He horrible.
awful.
But guys,
Yeah.
look. So this draft is a horrible quarterback draft.
No, you think so? I think it's still some players right there.
Not compared to the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think it's better than last year's draft.
Huh?
They thought they
Mhm.
thought these guys that we just named were going to be all
Yeah.
good players.
No, you
So
got
it has gone down some
it has gone
because they
down, but
really thought these five guys
you
were going to
got
be good players.
Mendoza. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Doza's going to be good.
You got
He's the top
Moore.
guy.
You got who else is
Yeah,
in
but
there?
those guys were not the guys that you was expecting
But it's
day
never.
one.
It's always like that. Every
Uh,
year,
nah,
they have somebody
well, every year you
come out
had
of nowhere.
somebody. Every year you had some people drop, but you don't have the top four
Hmm.
drop.
Oh, don't forget Lenore Sellers. They had him up high too.
Yeah, but
That
Noah Sellers will
whew,
come back next year
terrible.
though.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
come
he's going
back.
to come back. He'll
Yeah, he'll
come
Yeah,
come
back.
back
he
next
just
year.
got
I'm just talking.
terrible offensive
I'm
line
talking about
around him.
if
Terrible.
I was Lenore Sellers, I hit the portal.
If I
Yeah.
was Lenore Sellers, I'd go ahead and go pro and get it out. Get out. Just go
Nah,
ahead and
I would hit. I
go.
would hit. If there would be somebody somewhere at a good program that's losing a quarterback that would take that kid because I think that
Yeah.
kid
It's
is smart. I think he's a hell of an athlete. I just think doggone Mike Schuler just was
You
not the
know where?
answer.
You know where? Indiana.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think he's going to leave. I don't think he's going to leave because he belongs to that state. They will
Yeah,
pay him whatever. $3 million to that state is a fact a penny to
yeah.
keep him there.
Mm.
He's that kind of guy. They would rather get people around him to build
Mhm.
because that's their team, South
They need.
Carolina.
Yeah,
That's
they
their
need
state
him.
school.
But
Yeah, they
You
need.
don't lose an elite guy to go somewhere else. Not a really good guy that you like.
so let me ask you this:
Him.
how long do they give Shane Beamer? How long do they give him? I mean, do you want to go through what you just
I
went through
think
this
he
year?
leaves him on his own because he's a guy got a good name and got a good reputation. You know his daddy,
But he won't get.
and he'll leave on his
I don't
own.
think.
Somebody else will come and pull him
I
out
don't.
of there.
Well, he wants the Virginia Tech job, but I think James Franklin has that wrapped up.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
right now, man, he's
Yeah.
in a tough spot. He's in a tough spot.
they won't fire him. They won't fire him. They won't. They'll give him one more year. They won't
They give him
fire
one
him.
more year.
They like him.
I don't think they can
Everybody
fire.
likes him. The
That would
coaches
be.
respect him. The players respect him.
Yeah.
Everybody likes
Oh
him. He
yeah,
just hasn't won. He's that guy that you like that hasn't won.
he's that guy
Yeah.
that when you expect him to have a horrible season, he screws around and win 9 games. And
Mhm.
then when you
Yeah.
expect him to have a good season, hell, he screws around
Mhm.
and don't win but 5 or 6. I can't understand
His
but
that.
daddy is
but
Frank Beamer. You're
but
not just gonna fire him like that. You gotta.
go back to the whole NIL thing. You can't stack your roster, so you get a couple key injuries or something not lining up right,
Oh, I
and
get
you
it.
go from 9 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins.
Oh yeah,
Know what I mean?
that's it in a nutshell. And
And they can't that fan base can't be delusional either.
yeah,
You don't have no, what I'm saying, no track record there that'll say, well, we belong in the playoff every year. That
yeah.
ain't gonna happen.
Well, you're right about that. But let's get to the
You gotta
last
be
one.
you gotta beat Florida first. You
Yeah,
gotta beat Florida first.
that's true.
And they on the bad end.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's get to this last team on my list, which is Memphis.
Yep.
Which the CFP got Memphis as 12 as well, and they're that team, that group of 5 team right now that's playing really good football. Silverfield, man, he's a hell of a football coach. And for Memphis guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been, I don't stay far from Memphis, and there's, we all
Mhm.
know the crime rate and everything. and to get kids to come in there and buy into that program and to still win, man, I don't even see why he's still there. I don't know why nobody hadn't picked him up. Um, but
Mhm.
he does a great job, man. He does a great job of what he has. And they don't have a whole lot of money, but they have adequate enough money to get the kids for that type of conference. So take my hats off to the Memphis Tigers, man. Like I said, their team. I would rather see Memphis in it than Boise State. I would rather see them
Yeah,
get.
me
I
too.
would rather see them get a shot to get in it
Mhm.
than a Boise State, man. I'm about sick of Boise State. I'm just being honest with you,
I
man.
haven't watched Memphis this year. I
Yeah,
haven't watched them play.
they tough, man. They got a the offense is always going to be really good. They
Yeah, I know that.
they
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 always,
suffer, man, every year. Like Ole Miss took their big tight end a couple years ago, so they're a team to get post a lot. To be honest with you, they're a team to
Mhm.
get post a lot, and like I said, hope they can hold on to that, man, and become that group of five team. Another group of five team that I would love to see in it, but they have a loss, and I don't think they'll be able to get in, and that's UNLV. I like what Dan
Wow.
Mullen's doing, guys. I think Dan Mullen might be the next head coach at Arkansas. I really do.
Hmm.
Um, Dan
Mhm.
Mullen is a good football coach. Florida should have never done what they did to Dan. It's just crazy.
Nah.
Um, so it's kind of what it is. And let me go down to CFP. We're not gonna go through it like we did, but let me go down to CFP and give you their rankings, man. They had Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama at 4, Georgia at 5, Ole Miss at 6, BYU at 7, Texas Tech at 8, Oregon at 9, Notre Dame at 10, Virginia at 11, and Memphis at 12. I want to talk briefly on this team right here, right before we get out of here, guys. BYU.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
man, BYU is in the Big 12, and you got Texas Tech also in the Big 12. Um,
Mhm.
so, Lionel, I'm gonna go to you first. Do you think you actually get two teams out the Big 12 in the college playoffs?
Ideally you want one, but those guys are putting up good records. BYU every year they win a lot of games. They play a nice brand of ball in that they're passing team. I like what Sataki's doing over there with them. I respect that, and I respect what Texas Tech is
Yeah.
doing.
Mhm.
You got to get. You're going to get two teams out of a league other than the
Right.
SEC. Um,
So you
so
think it
so
comes out?
SEC gets four,
You think
SEC gets
4?
4 or 5. Well, everybody else gets 1 or 2. So they're going with two from the
Yeah.
Well, let me
BYU league. What's that?
and Russ, you could pull this up, man. I don't know who BYU has to play. Plus, they have a championship game. So
Let me see.
that championship game could actually throw a wrinkle in it all as well.
But if they only have one loss, they're going to go.
Yeah, but you got Texas Tech.
But unless they lose the championship
Yeah, that's
game,
what I'm
because if
saying.
you lose that game, that they
Yeah,
could not put you in because that's the last game you play.
yeah.
But if
Right.
they're 10-0, or 11-0, or even 11-1, it's a good chance they'll get in.
So,
So 8-0 currently. We'll get a settlement with that
cause they play
this
Texas Tech.
weekend. They Texas Tech BYU
Oh, that's
play
that's it.
at noon
Yeah, one of those
this
teams get.
Saturday.
I think one of those teams with them being where they are, 7 and 8. I think somebody's
Yeah.
eliminated. I think somebody's out.
And they still play.
A
They
championship
the
game.
balance of their schedule is TCU, Cincinnati, and Central Florida.
Since
So
Cincinnati
it's
can
gonna
beat them.
shake itself out.
Right, right.
Yep.
And that's one thing, guys. That we all have our favorites. Except for Lionel, we all got our same favorite conferences.
Right.
But
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't care.
but I'm gonna say this, guy.
I just want to watch good
Hey,
ball, but I do love the debates. I
oh
love them.
man, look, man.
I want to make a comment on the bracket. I'm gonna put we'll have a bracket up here to go off of. But the way they kind of set this up, you kind of see where TV ratings and money ratings
Oh
wise
man, come
how it's
on.
scheduled.
That's it. Notre
So
Dame.
so
Hell, there it is.
I'm saying, but wait, as we go down the bracket, you got the 12-5 matchup, Memphis, Georgia. The next in the quarterfinal they play Alabama. So you got that Georgia Alabama game matched up.
Money.
The next bracket down, you have Oregon, Texas Tech. They play Ohio State next. So you would get the Oregon Ohio State Big Ten matchup next.
Money.
Then they have Virginia, Ole Miss. They move on to play A&M. So you get the Ole Miss A&M matchup. The
Money.
last one you have Notre Dame, BYU. They move on to play Indiana. So you got the Indiana matchup, Indiana versus Notre Dame.
More
So
money.
you look at it, the way they got it bracket is all money.
It's about
More
money. It's about
money,
money.
more money,
Hey,
They,
more
more
they
money.
money.
those guys are they smart guys. The
Yes.
committee, they have smart people in that room.
Right.
Yep.
Okay,
No doubt,
they're
man.
gonna put money against money, or it's going to end up being a money game.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely, man.
So
And I like it, man. I love it, man. That's why I like talking football with you guys, man. And before we get out of here, guys, if you're watching this show, hit that like button and subscribe. We appreciate it, man. This is the Fourth and Long podcast with your host, Marcus Dent. I got the GM, Lionel Vattel, and I got the CEO right here, my man, Russell Johnson. Hey, we appreciate you guys. Next time, we out.
Peace.
so long, guys.